just wanna feel it, gotta let it breathe. Top shelf lover, he is so divine, yeah. Ain't no other coming close to my guy. Ooh, a love like ours was written up in the stars, yeah. 'Cause I'm his Venus and he knows he's my Mars, yeah. Feeling like I just won the lotto. You'll drown away all my sorrow. Baby, you're so sweet like Moscato. Knock me off my feet. I just wanna feel it, gotta let it breathe. I just wanna feel it, gotta let it breathe. Yeah, yeah. Feeling like I just won the lotto. You'll drown away all my sorrows. Baby, you're so sweet like Moscato. So sweet, knock me off my feet. I just wanna feel it, gotta let it breathe. I just wanna feel it, gotta let it breathe. Yeah, gotta let it breathe.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. And it's good to see everybody's here. Oh, we've got Jesse coming in 2 different places today. I love it. How are you? How are you guys doing today? I am here solo today. It's just me. Veronica will be in shortly. It is Purple It Up Friday. It is our day to talk about and be really making everyone aware of domestic violence awareness. It is so vitally important that we spread the message throughout the entire year, even though it is Pride Month this year, or this month. It is also every month, domestic violence awareness. We need to be paying attention all times, helping our friends and people we know out, and those that we don't know as well, by sharing the information. I will try to put that up in the chat here in a second. Since I am running solo, y'all have to be very patient with me, because I am not on top of things as always. So it is what it is. That's what happens. I am actually trying to create, as we speak, I'm trying to create some. Oh, why is this not letting me do this? This is interesting. I am trying to create something here. I wonder if it'll do it here. There we go. Now I'll download it. Trying to create some graphics. That's what happens. I'm always in the background trying to do stuff. And I wanted to share some stuff. You know what today is? Does anybody know what today is? You might not. I don't really buy into the national day of whatever it could be, but I like this one. So I'm going to talk about this one because, sometimes you just have to get in the mood. And this is one of my favorite foods that I don't eat very much anymore. Today is National Donut Day. Yes, it is. Didn't know we had a donut day, but we do. There's pancake day. There's hot dog day. Well, today is National Donut Day. So happy National Donut Day. Go have a donut. Have some fun with that. Enjoy. Always fun. See what Carolyn's up to. I watched some videos with her. She's been going deep into the merch. All kinds of Carolyn merch. All kinds of Pride merch, which I love. So if you're looking for that, head over. Yes, I am. I'm multitasking like crazy today. It's just me here. If you want to stop by, let me know. I can send you a link if you want to jump in the studio. Veronica will be here soon, though. I'm looking forward to seeing her. I haven't talked to her in a bit. I seem to be busy on Fridays and haven't made it in today. It's Trevor who's busy, so that's okay. He can go ahead and be as busy as he needs to be. He likes to overbook himself. So I looked at his calendar for today and I was like, oh man, you have fun with that. I didn't have all that this morning. I got to have breakfast with my granddaughter, which was amazing. And hi, Amy. Welcome. Glad you are here. Yeah, so I had a very, very relaxing morning, to say the least. I didn't have as much going on, but if y'all want to jump in, Amy, if you'd like to hop in, if you're not busy, I will happily send links out to everyone. In fact, I can just post the link right on Mighty. So if you have Mighty on your phone, Mighty is our well, that's the wrong page I want to get to. Mighty is our Creator Lab. That's where we host our Creator Lab. So if you're not part of Creator Lab, you can be if you want to. Just ask us for the link or head over to NumoSpect.com and find out how to join. We would love to see you there. I was doing our calendar today, which I'm definitely going to be sharing with you here in a few minutes. Oops, that's all one word. Yeah, I can't type and think at the same time or talk. So I'm going to just pause for a sec while I do that. And I'm going to post a link in the Mighty so that y'all can find it. That is how you can join the stream and be a guest with us. I'm not notifying anyone on that. It is now live on Mighty. It is Homer Simpson's birthday. It's Homer Simpson's favorite day. Yes, he loves himself some donuts. I should have put Homer on that graphic. That would have been cool. Yeah, he loves donuts. I love donuts. What is your favorite donut? Since we are talking about donuts today, what is your favorite donut? If you could get, because I can't have a lot. So if I get one, it's like a very special, rare occasion. So I always make sure that I get my favorite one. If I go somewhere and there's free donuts, but they're not my favorites, I'm not going to eat them because that to me is like wasting one of my, I can have a donut today days. And today would be a great day to have a donut. So it is National Donut Day, Amy. I even made a little graphic for it. So we have donuts on the screen right now. Yeah, National Donut Day. Crazily, very strangeness, but yes, National Donut Day. So those look good. I would not take any of those, even though they look delicious. Those are not my favorites. So what is your favorite donut? I guess that's a great question. And what's going to be? Let me see if I can type. How do you spell donut? DOUGHNUT. There we go. Add, and I can put that on the ticker. Oh, it's a lower third. I guess we do it like that. What is your favorite donut? What is your favorite donut? Mine is a cronut. So just in case you know what that is. Oh, look at everybody's hopping in. Let me get the graphics off the screen so everybody can fit in here. Ooh, and Lion is here too. We'll put everybody up here. It's a party.
Yay!
I love it. It's donut day, Amy.
Oh my gosh. I just finished up a podcast interview, so I was late and I missed the donut thing. I missed the donut discussion.
Yeah.
I love all donuts.
Do you?
I love all donuts. Even if they're old donuts, I don't care. I'm not safe around donuts because I can't stop. So I don't go to like Dunkin' Donuts or anything.
Okay. I'm gonna bring we got a full house. All of a sudden, this turned into a party. I'm gonna try to set this up so we can see everybody, and I'm gonna take graphics off. We have Linus here. We have Veronica that joined us. We have Venus that joined us. Venus is out of school now. And you missed, I played her song again at the beginning. We love Moscato. I hear it in my head all of the time. I played it when I was at the bridal place with my daughter. It was so much fun. And they all listened to it. She was like, I got to listen to it. Everyone needed to listen to it. So,
okay. Oh my goodness.
Hey, everybody.
That's so fun.
Oh, we're going to let more people in. I'm just going to bring everybody in. Where do I need to bring?
Ooh, there's more.
Yes, I've got to change our screen up so everybody can be seen. I don't know how to do that. We'll try it like this for right now.
Hi, Mikhail.
That's okay, Lion. We're glad you're dropping in. Hi, Mikhail.
How's it going?
Good. It's great. It's a busy day in here. Let me get rid of captions. That'll hopefully make us. There we go. That's a little better. Wow.
Hi, Bree.
Hi, Veronica.
I'm switching over to the laptop, but I have 2 people also that I'm bringing up to
That
be guests
sounds
today.
good.
They accepted the challenge.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we have a party going on.
Yes,
Just
wonderful.
a little bit.
Circle of Champions.
That sounds good. Hey, Venus. I bet I feel like she's got students with her, or maybe her son, and they're like, what are we doing? But like, she's trying to set it up. There we go. Hey!
I'm a mess right now. I'm at the nail salon, but I thought I'd drop in and say hi.
That's fantastic. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. The crew is excited to see you. We haven't seen you in a bit.
I look a mess. I'm about to go get my hair done after this. I'm see Janet Jackson tonight.
You're gonna meet Janet
You're
Jackson?
seeing Janet Jackson?
Yeah.
Ooh.
You're meeting her?
So yeah, I am connected with her tour manager, and so yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We kind of all hung out, and so I'm going back out there tonight. She has a show with Ludacris tonight. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That
is
cool.
Great news for a Friday. That's super happy news. So you're taking a beauty day. I love it. What color are the nails going to be?
They're like I'm a little simple, not too flashy. So I gotta like.
You're flashy. Who are you kidding?
Hi guys, nice to meet y'all.
Yeah, this is all the crew, and Scoob is in the chat. We've got a whole bunch of people here today. It's so exciting. I'm so thrilled.
Well, I hate that I am not presentable right now, but
you look fine.
Give me a couple hours, so I look much better.
Oh, we expect pictures. Oh, we do. I have to say,
the photos.
That is true
too. So
yeah,
we'll have pictures. Just stop it. I'm gonna go on mute because, as you can hear,
okay.
Back here.
You're all good.
Okay.
Bless you, Amy.
I think I have allergies or something. I'm got a dry cough.
Yeah. It's been nasty. We've got actually 90 degrees and really bad humidity, so we're expecting storms to pop here today. So it'll be interesting. It'll be a lot of fun.
Here too.
Not looking forward to it. So trying to just keep everybody in a safe space. Mikhail, what's good news for you? What have you got going? It is Sully Friday. He's like, I'm busy. There we are.
Well, have you guys ever heard of a show called The Blops?
The Blops?
With a P or with a T?
Did you freeze? Yeah, it's with an X.
Oh, okay.
Blocks, BLOX.
No. Should we?
It's an entrepreneur reality competition TV show.
Say what?
Whoa.
And I got invited to. It's an entrepreneur reality competition show. So it's basically like a week-long live-in for entrepreneurs all over the state or all over the country. And they basically compete to find out who has the best entrepreneur startup business. And I got invited to participate in an audition. And I made it through the first stage, and then I had the video interviews, and I did those, and I passed that, and now I'm in the third final stage of doing a call with the casting director, which will happen next Thursday.
Oh my gosh.
Holy mackerel. That's incredible.
That's insane. Good for you.
Yeah, so I think that's something that Scoob could be really proud of me for, because I'm really stepping out of my comfort zone, putting myself out there a lot more. And I'm actually going to, if I do make it, I'm going to have to deal with a second fear of mine, which is flying.
Oh my. Where does this film at?
I'm pretty sure it's down in Kansas City.
Wow. But wait, there's more. There's all kinds of stuff happening with this. how did this get started for you? How did you hear about it? How did you get into it?
Yeah.
I got a random email.
You got an email?
How?
Scoob is here as well. He just hopped
Yeah,
in.
somebody sent me a random email that was an audition, and they were like, "Hey, dude, I think this would be perfect for you. Give it a try." So I was like, "All right." So I checked it out, and I really like what's going on with it. And so I was like, "Okay." So I did the audition, and yeah, now I'm in the third stage of it. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm kind of excited.
That's
Hey, Mikhail.
amazing.
Hey.
Mikhail, you there?
He's here.
Is there? I wasn't sure if
Yeah.
you could hear me or not. Hey, dude, I've been trying to get a hold of those people for months to ask them if I can interview their winners.
What is the group?
It's
Oh, that would be
That's the
cool.
blocks?
yeah. So basically, I had the same idea for to try to get a
Yeah.
hold of Shark Tank and interview their winners, but I could never get through to them. But this was kind of a smaller deal, but the same idea. So if you can that's why I hopped in real quick. I'm not going to be able to stay. But if you get a hold of somebody for me there that I can actually tell my idea to for my podcast, that would mean the world to me.
What a connection.
Yeah, I
Wow.
can talk with the casting director when I chat with her next Thursday.
Yeah, give her, if you want, give her, him, I'm sorry. Give the casting director my email address, phone number. I don't care. Just, I want to get a hold of these people because, I mean, this would be great for their entrepreneurs right out of the gate to get onto a platform. And it'd be great for me because these are entrepreneurs that have made it through some sort of, combing process, whatever you want to call it. And that would mean really big for both me and Vox. So
That would be amazing. I am excited for you, Mikhail. That is like amazing stuff. Like,
That is wild.
what did you pitch to them, Mikhail?
I really didn't pitch anything yet. They basically just asked me questions about like, what am I focused on? What do I do? And I basically kind of gave them a rundown of what I do in my production company and what I create. And at the same time, after you and I had our chat, I kind of want to inspire other people to step forward and not be afraid to share their stories and actually come forward and create a space where people can feel safe to get their stories out. And at that, they asked why I feel I would be a good addition to their show. So I gave them that kind of pitch. And at that, it was just, yeah, I feel like I just could learn a lot from their show and basically put out a message that, hey, like, no matter what, if you enjoy doing something, do it because it's always going to be worth it for you.
Mikhail, you have no idea how proud I am of you and what you've accomplished since we've talked, especially with this. This is probably the biggest step you could have taken from what we talked about. I mean, I never could have imagined we just talked about like, how do I get out there? And all of a sudden you're everywhere, and then you do this. Oh man, I am so proud of you. That is fantastic.
it's amazing.
That is very, very cool.
Yay.
Yeah,
Psyched
I'm
for you.
honestly kind of like, I'm so nervous about it, but at the same time, I'm really kind of excited to go and do this experience. Like, there's a lot of learning that takes place throughout all of that, and at that, I get to meet all sorts of other entrepreneurs, and I get to work with them and actually get myself a little bit further. And for me, I'm not expecting to like make it into like the top sections or anything. Like I'm more there just to experience the learning aspect side of it, which I'm looking forward to it so much.
I better see if they're going to be in Missouri anytime soon. Maybe I can get on there too.
Well, I think, didn't you say, Mikhail, that you think that you're going to be in Kansas City?
Yeah.
It's in Kansas City?
That's where their headquarters is down in Kansas City.
No, give me an address.
Yeah.
All right. It's amazing. You're gonna have to send that over to him. I don't want to put the address on don't say it out loud on air.
No, just send it to me. Just send it to me. Cool. I gotta go, y'all, but oh my gosh, thank you.
Bye, Scoop. Good to
All
see
right.
you.
Good talking with you, Scoop.
All right.
Thanks for dropping by. I know Veronica's waiting for her guests to come in, and I wanted to take a few more minutes just to talk good news as we go into and shift into our Purple Hope Friday and Purple It Up challenge on the half hour here, but or on the hour, I should say. My dog is deciding to make lots of noise now the day that I have to be doing all this stuff. He's like, I don't think I'll bother you, Mom. Amy, good news from you. I want to hear what's up in your world since we are sharing good news. We've got Janet Jackson. We've got a reality competition. I know, like, I didn't drink coffee today, and my granddaughter gave me a good morning hug. That's my good news for the day. What did you do?
That's awesome. I just was in a podcast interview about cats. It was pretty
nice.
Sweet. Hi, Paula.
No, he's like, where's the dog podcast? I'll call Julie. She'll get you hooked up. That sounds interesting, though. Who was that with?
The podcast is called the Jersey Podcats instead of podcast.
Oh, okay.
Jersey Podcats. I applied. They messaged me the other day and just did it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. We got a list of people that want to be on our podcast, and I was thinking it'd be really fun to put some of that information out into our creator lab, and then anyone that's interested in being part of that conversation could come on the show that day. We've got about 55, 57 people that want to come be guests on the show. And I thought, well, that'd be awesome if I put their information out. Then you could be like, I want to be part of that conversation, or, at least get that introduction and maybe have them on your show, that type of thing. But
100%.
We have a 2-star admiral, and we have a Top Gun fighter pilot. We've got comedians and actors. We've got business and leadership people. They're from all over, like the authors, like so many different areas and backgrounds. And I'm super excited for it. So I wanted to make it more, we want to kind of shift this show Monday through Thursday, at least, into a more creator circus instead of a media circus. So it's going to be definitely creator focused and getting people to step into co-hosting roles and different things to help us out, but also learn on the job, learn as you do, and make new connections. So we'll be rolling that out. I think it'll be fun. Veronica, you have guests that'll be joining us soon. I did see one pop in and then they left again, so I didn't get to put them in. They popped in and popped out right away. I can't hear you though, love. We hear the puppies in the background at Mikhail's house. I'm glad I have headphones on. My dog would be going crazy right now, listening to all that barking.
Yeah, it's people just got home, so the dogs are going a little wild right now.
Yeah. We still can't hear you. Oh, no.
Oh, no. People, Mikhail, you live with other people? People are home.
People are home. Oh, I can't say that out
loud.
Yeah,
I live with my wife's family, and we all kind of help each other out.
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
Veronica, I'm going to bring in your guest. Yes.
Ah, there you are.
I'm bringing in your guest. Shaw's here. Hi.
Shay.
Oh, Shay.
Hi.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. That's Shay Sparks, everyone. Hello.
Hi. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you all. Going to the data.
I'll let Veronica introduce you a little bit and tell us what's up, because we are on our next hour, next half hour, and we want to purple it up with Veronica and the Purple It Up on Fridays here.
Yes, thank you so much, Bree. Nice to see everyone, and the awareness is growing to Purple Up for domestic violence awareness. A special why the wave is happening right here every Friday. And today we have Shay Sparks, the Power of Investing in People podcast. She has been a part of the Podfest community and growing her podcast, and she accepted the challenge to purple up for domestic violence awareness. She's done the Don't Drop the Ball challenge at our Podfest.
That's
So,
incredible.
Shay Sparks, can you tell us a little bit more?
Yes, absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. And I'm a fearless communicator and energetic catalyst for change. And I have been an overcomer of abuse, addiction, anger, depression, low self-worth, being a bully, and being bullied. So I'm now a coach, an author, podcast host, and speaker.
And definitely she's taking on the Purple Up Challenge to increase awareness and standing with us. And the neat thing about what's going on our Fridays, our Purple Up Hope Fridays, is that we're bringing the conversation into a creative space and getting everybody together and find out what we do, why we do, and how important it is in every area. You can stand up and purple it up and help increase awareness and support as what you're doing and taking the strides of standing up. It's very heroic. So I thank everyone. And Amy, I know you got your shirts. One more is coming.
Oh my gosh.
But taking on the challenge. So what does it mean? How empowering is that for you?
Are you talking to me?
Oh, me?
Oh.
Anyone can answer.
Who are you talking
Okay.
to?
Muted. See, I mute myself. I'm
Okay,
talking to
on.
myself all day. Jen is here. Hi, Jen. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks.
I love your glasses. Can I just say that? I have glasses
you.
that are sunglasses like that, though. I call them my Robins because my friend Robin picked them out for me. And I wear them. Every time I wear them, I'm like, oh, I'm channeling a little Robin today. It's always so great and fabulous. How are you? And welcome to the show.
I am fantastic. How are you guys doing?
Good.
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 I'm sorry, my audio had cut out, but this is Jen Hardy. I see she stepped up. Hi, Jen.
Hey,
And
how's it going?
Good. And her podcast is I'm Fabulous Over 50 Podcast. And she's supporting and took the challenge to purple up for domestic violence awareness. So can you tell us a little bit more, Jen?
Well, honestly, as a survivor of domestic violence, I can tell you that something like this is so important. And there didn't used to be things like this back in the day. And I think it's a great thing to support because you just never know who is going through it. You really don't. And I know personally a lot of other people that have survived. And, it's not something that you just go out to dinner with your friends and say, hey, by the way, this is happening, But if you've got someone like Veronica going around to different places, offering a safe space for people to come and say, hey, this is happening with me. How can I get help? And she can help. I think, there is no greater cause than saving families.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see in this space already, we have 3, 4. So 1 out of 4 women, 1 out of 7 men. It's just not related to what gender you are. It's intimate partner abuse. And domestic violence, it does not discriminate. Just there's a lot of statistics, and a lot of statistics are not there because the more we get awareness out there, the more people are going to come forward, and the demographics are going to look different. The statistics are going to be quite different. With COVID, it happened. It increased 1,000%. And things are being filtered through, still. With COVID, it created another side of awareness. And that's why we're on a mission to do the fun challenges, don't drop the ball challenges, and get it out there to get to prevention. Because with awareness, it is everything. And prevention is the key to break the silence on domestic violence. Instead of dealing with the crisis. We want to deal with what's going on before, because domestic violence doesn't just start with the 1-2 punch. It ends with the 1-2 punch. So just keep that in mind as you're standing up with us. Wherever you go, you're speaking, purple up all the way. And let that be a special additive to your why, thinking of purple up for domestic violence awareness. So Bree, I'm glad we're chugging along and doing this. And what I love about this safe place, come as you are, speak into what you're doing, and purple it up.
100%. I've been purpling it up. I talk about it all the time with everybody. And I think that's the biggest thing. How can you talk about it? How can you make it a comfortable conversation, right? Because I think that there's this uncomfortableness about it, or do I say anything? But if you're talking about it, if you're making it comfortable for yourself, that you can speak to others, that you can talk about it, they may not be experiencing that themselves, but they might know somebody that is. Just make it something that you speak about on a regular basis. Let people know, let them be aware of it. You want to purple it up. It's not just, oh, if I see someone, it's maybe I'm not going to see that person that needs help. Maybe someone around me is going to see that person. So share that message and make sure you're getting it out there to so many people in ways, any way that you can, whether it's on a social media thing or it's something that you are doing. You were just hanging out with friends or going someplace or whatever. Share that message. Let them know that you've taken that Purple It Up challenge. Make it aware to everyone. And be proud of that, because that's a big thing to do, to step up, to say, I'm going to step up and I'm going to do something about this. I'm going to let my voice have power and be heard and make the difference in someone's life. And every single person can do that, one person at a time. One person saves one person tells another, and that saves somebody. That is such it's like a giant impact that it has on people. And you sometimes don't even know. You might say something and never know that you have made an impact like that to somebody else, but it could happen. And so that's why it's so important to share the message and to keep sharing the message. That's why we want to talk about this, and we dedicate every Friday to talking about it, because we want to make sure that it stays front and center in our minds and to the people around us and the people that we connect with and network with, so that they're aware of it as well. So we were excited that Veronica decided to make this our home for Fridays and to bring people on. So we're so glad that Shay and Jen are here. But we have so many people here that are here to support and here to celebrate this Friday and to do what we can to spread the message. What is some of the things, how are some of the ways that people can share the message or make it easy for them to find you, Veronica?
Well, simply through the social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We do have a website, purpleitup.org. Click on the Get Involved, and that has all the information to reach us, and let us know that you have a podcast or you have a business that you want to purple up. We do lunch and learns. Except the Don't Drop the Ball challenge. That's the neat, fun, and enlightening way of starting a conversation, because I say purple up and people are like, what's purple up? And I love that question, because then I can go to the layer of purple it up for domestic violence awareness. October, we have breast cancer. It's pink. We also have domestic violence awareness month is in October too. So it should be pink and purple. So we want to increase that awareness factor. By that, it starts the conversation of what is domestic violence, and going through the different cycles, the power and control wheel, what it looks like before it gets physical, what it looks like after it's physical, and what's the post out, what's the care. We're there with victims before, during, and after. So between Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even TikTok, and even Snapchat, we're coming. We're building it up. But purpleup.org has everything on there, how you can get involved. We even have Pipe for Cause. We have Lyft for Cause. Lyft, if you haven't used Lyft, I can send out the code where if you want to get the Lyft app, you can get discounted rides. They have a credit on there. And there's a code as well to get that. But we do have a podcast, Purple Up Live, and this is one. Friday is dedicated with our media, NumoSpect to help us increase awareness, and they actually took on the challenge. And when you take the challenge, that's the icebreaker, but look at what you can do more to support and help us get out there. And this is building a community. Everybody gathering around, huddling up and talking about their wins, their victories, and what's going on in your community and your podcast. This is the space for all of that, because we want people to be comfortable about speaking up. So, and sharing what you're doing and where you are in your community, say something. Say that I purple up for domestic violence awareness. I'm not going to drop the ball. The challenge is that simple. We're working on getting the ball where we can pass it around electronically. That's coming. But it's about you standing up and saying that in the mirror to yourself, and say it to someone. Say it on your podcast. And go to purpleup.org to find out more. And it's just that simple. And like Bree and Trevor and Chris and Katie, if you know Podfest, oh my, this is all a part of that going global. And it's exciting to see what wave that we're creating. As Trevor said, that wave going East Coast, West Coast, it's north, south, east, and west. It's going around the globe. And it started at Podfest, and it's starting here as another arm and a leg going, taking it to action. So be excited when if you have all of us have a business in what we do, and say that you're at the back of your why, somehow you're supporting financially a life, transitioning. And Bree even set me down, Veronica, you helped over 250 families voluntarily. It wasn't about what I should have had, because I survived domestic violence myself. And if I had 10% of what I had, we all would have some funds to work with. That's how it works. We all put in. We're all going to have a space and have a voice to be supported. And it's people such as yourself being heroic and standing up with me and making a difference. Creating awareness. And Bree got on to me about, Veronica, okay, every time you take in a victim, that's $2,500. It is. But she goes, no, it's higher. It's more than that. And I said, 3. She goes, no, it's about 5. From what you're telling me how you do in transition, each time you have one come up, $5,000. So just imagine if I put my mind around that, maybe things would move. I couldn't put my mind around that, because it's not about what I have had. And I'm looking forward to us seeing that different, and Purple Up being fully funded. And
Absolutely.
So when taking on the challenge, it's having that conversation too, and being business about it. Because I'm a giver, and it's very hard receiving. But when I have a victim and I'm talking to people and saying this one, I come on another page of, we can do this. We don't know what, but do something.
That's right.
Because when it was me, everybody thought I was getting help because of who I was and who I was married to. And no, nobody helped. $10 saved my life. Just $10.
Isn't that amazing?
And you know, it took more than that, because it got me to the next one, got me to another county, and things started changing. And the cops were like, when you're ready, your story needs to be heard, and you do matter. You did everything you're supposed to do. And I'm sorry that because who you were married to, you kind of got silenced in another sick way. And so as the story is being told, I know that I'm getting resourceful about advocating back, and that's what I've been doing.
For sure. I wanted to check in with our guests, because I'm so appreciative for you guys being here today. Shay, I was going to ask you first, what was it that inspired you or encouraged you? What was it that brought you to want to be a part of the Purple Hope and the Purple It Up program with Veronica?
Well, I was a victim of domestic violence myself. And so when I first got connected to Veronica, I mean, her energy just exudes from her, first of all. But I loved her message because it gives people hope that they have a choice. And through my entire relationship, I didn't think I had a choice. I thought I was just in the relationship waiting for him to kill me. So I love that she gives so many people hope, and with her message and what she's doing, and shows them that they do have a choice, that they don't just have to stay in it because they made their bed and they have to lie there kind of thinking. She gives them a way out. So that is one of the many reasons why I decided to get involved.
That's fantastic. Yeah, that's a tough. I had that moment with Veronica where like she really helped me and gave me information. I can understand the difficulties of what you went through, Shay, and the hardships, and my heart goes out to you for having have experienced it. I'm glad that you've come through the other side and that you had support, and that you can give support now, because that's a tough thing to do too. Once you've gotten through, is to actually be able to give support to others as well, because it's something that, I mean, I look at, you can't say I look at a face or I look at this person and they look like someone that's going to go through this. I think it's strong women. I think it's tough women. I think it's women that you don't see it. Everything looks great and they're not sharing that because of the embarrassment and all of the things, the shame that goes with it. There's so much that we hide and don't want to put out there. So being able to share your story and help others is a tremendous feat, and it takes so much courage. So hats off to you for that. That's just amazing for to be a part of this. Veronica does that to you though. She also helps you like lift you up and cheers you on. She's so great at that. She's given me such sound advice, even in other people's situations. That's the other thing, is that I've been in situations where it's not me going through it, it's someone else going through it. And she gives me great advice on how to be a better friend or a better, person in that, how to support that person the best way I can from the outside. It's been phenomenal. Jen, I wanted to head over to you. What is it about Veronica? Because I know once you meet her, you feel like it's touch. You like you're part of. Then you're just Veronica's just part of who you are, right? What was it about Veronica that was so incredibly impressive to you?
It's just her energy. I mean, when you look at her, she has this glowing smile, right? And you can't help but want to walk up and talk to her. And then just the things that she's doing, to start and just say, you know what, so many people are afraid to start things. And she didn't wait until she, raised $100,000 or $1 million or whatever and put people off. She said, no, you know what? I'm going to do it now. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to save as many people as I can. And I'm just going to collect people along the way that can help. And I think that is so important. And I think something that's overlooked a lot of the times is that, when you're going through that, you think, I can tough it out, right? I'm strong enough to get through this. I can do this. And the thing is that you don't have to. Nobody has to live like that. It is not your fault. I think, we're made to feel like we're so whatever, fill in the blank, that we should be there. And that's what the person tells you, right? You're so X that you deserve this. And I think that's the lie that we believe. But the second thing that I think is so important, if you're listening and going through this, if you have children, even if you don't think that person is doing something to them, they are, whether it's directly or through you, they are. And your children are learning that is how men should behave, or the perpetrator and the victim is how that person should behave. And when they grow up, they're going to model that because that's what you're teaching them. And I think for me, my message is so strong that, we have to stop it. We have to stop it. The only way to stop the cycle is to get out and to teach other people that you don't deserve it. Whatever you're being told, you don't.
Yes. Yes. Speaking up, easy thing. If that person's not speaking, it's okay to be wrong and speak for that person, because most likely you're touching on something, and the sooner you get it in your gut, do something. Really do something, anything. So even say, I don't know, I don't care, but I want to let you know I see you and I'm here with you. And I know exactly what you need to do. And we're going to figure out those steps together, and we're going to purple it up. That is the big icebreaker. And that's why we do the challenges. And we have things that we do for the cause, to put ourselves in front of in the community, in the mainstream, where things are happening and people are not speaking and didn't know. Just like it just gives me so much joy every time you see me smile. I got my own victory, and it feels good. And I want you to get it too, because I know there's days, as a survivor, there's triggers. There's days where you feel like I'm not in my mode, and this is so encouraging. And you're not alone. You're right in being honest with yourself, loving yourself, to voice, how you're doing, how you're feeling. Take time for yourself. And if that person's not doing something and you can do that, and most of the time it's speaking up and putting action behind it. I'm a person, I pray, but I put action behind that prayer. I have a whole lot of faith, because when I didn't have nothing, that's all I had, and it worked. It was looking pretty good. Look at the screen right now. It's looking pretty good. And I'm excited. There are, heroes. I'm among heroes. And heroically, all that you're seeing, the visual, how you got to see me, there's a Connects Multimedia, a company that's doing he's a creative designer, content developer, you name it, anything can be done. There's infinite possibilities. And it shows what what it means to be visual. And I'm doing my best to not stay behind the scenes, Bree. I'm doing my best.
Good.
And you're right. You and Trevor said every day I'm going to take 2 to 5 minutes. And I'm doing, the update is doing 2 things. There's a Purple Up Dawn where I don't know if I'm going to be 24 hours a day, leaving the conversation open. But every day, do something a little bit more, being live, being visible with the podcast. And also, if you have a podcast or a business or both, we're launching Merch My Cause. That means if you don't have apparel, you don't have promo stuff, you don't have visual, or you want to rebrand or anything like that, Connects Multimedia is behind us. And that means when you're behind us, he's behind you too, to make that visual difference. And the only thing we ask, purple up something in there. At least talk about it. But figure out, we're having fun creating shops and merch, online stores for podcasts and businesses. And Chris and Katie, they have taken on, the Podfest swag, the merch. That's all part of Merch My Cause. And it's supporting the background. They're getting their apparel and stuff, but it's supporting our program, Purple Up for Domestic Violence Awareness. And that's open to everyone to join in on. That's another way that has came up, Merch My Cause. And it's happening. And looking forward to speak on each other's podcasts. That's happening, the networking. And then there's services. So whatever you think you can't, you can. We just have a conversation. We'll figure it out. And that's what it's like working with the survivors. Just as that, being a business advocate as well as a domestic violence advocate. It's neat to see that everything we do, it supports a why. It gives more substance and a reason why we go hard, go 100, and do the action. Say something. Speak up. And know that you're not alone. And whatever you're going through, even if it's a thought, we need to do some brainstorming, or a vision board, or whatever. Go have coffee, go on each other's podcasts, whatever. It's all part of increasing awareness, and that's breaking the silence on domestic violence. So
100%.
thank you.
That's amazing. I see Venus popping back in because she's getting her hair done, but I love it. She's not afraid. She's right here. She's going to show her support.
100. And
Well,
tell us, Venus Moscato. I heard the song. I'm loving it.
Thank you. Thank you. No, I just wanted to and you just said it. Your last statement was, you had mentioned going on people's podcasts, and I just want to pop in and say that there's a couple people that I would love to connect you with. One of them is actually doing my hair right now. And she is super amazing, and she's a big advocate for domestic violence.
Oh,
and another one is someone that I'm doing I'll be on her podcast on next Friday, and her name is Ella Johnson, and I met her at a concert that I did in April for domestic violence awareness.
Oh.
And and she was, streaming and interviewing the artists at that show. So I would love to connect you with those people because I believe we're stronger together.
Yes.
And, just joining forces and getting those stories out and making the voice louder and more
Yes.
resounding is key. So I would love to just, play connect the dots here. Yeah.
Yay.
So Venus is accepting the challenge. I'm hearing it.
Always. I'm always up for the challenge.
Awesome. And wherever you are, just keep that in mind. And that's part of accepting the challenge. And maybe at the end of the call, we can put the words in the chat so everybody can say it. Even if you already took it, it's another layer of action and going in 100. So I appreciate you, Venus, thinking already and jumping on. And I love it that you're doing it authentically. When we do hair, you bold. I see I'm among some bold people.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
And I just appreciate you coming on and sharing your story and your time. And yeah, I'm here to help. So thank you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a concert coming directed by Bree, Trevor, and Venus, right?
Oh
How
yeah,
that works?
it's coming. It's coming. Bree's on it. Trevor's
yeah,
on
I am.
Yeah.
But thank you guys, and thank you for the support too.
You're welcome. Speaking life. I love it.
Yes.
And Amy's being quiet there. She's being, well, she was talking before, but she ordered some shirts, and it was funny. I was like, I think it duplicated. She goes, well, I wanted to support. I wanted to do what I can, and she is such a sweetheart about, I want to do something, and not even thinking of whatever the system said on her end. But she ordered twice, and I said, "Do you want all the shirts?" And she goes, "Yeah, I want to purple it up." So, thank you, Amy, for doing that. Your Podfest, straight out of Podfest shirt, is on its way. We got an extra large for you.
Yay!
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yes.
We all like to purple it up. Yes, I love people scanning the code. We've got the code up on the screen. Get a hold of Veronica. She's got all the information. Go to purple it up. We've had it in the chat. I will put it back out again. But you can also just grab that, scan that code, and head on over and see how you can help. Take the challenge. We love to say, I accept the Purple It Up Challenge for domestic violence awareness. That's what we're doing. We're doing it every day of every month of all year long. We're not waiting for October to hit. We feel like it's important to get that message out every single day because you never know whose life you might change, and you may never know whose life you may change, but keep talking about it because we just need to get that message out there and let people know that there is help. Veronica, before we have to wrap things up here in just a few minutes, I wanted to say one thing which I don't think people understand, and I have to repeat this all of the time because I think it's so incredibly important in what you do. But you're not just rescuing people or helping people. You are in it for the long haul. You spend the next 10 years with that person, giving them the assistance that they need, whether it's support, counseling, speaking with lawyers, all of the different things, the going to the police, anything. It's a 10-year follow-up. It's more than just the norm. Like, that's insane. It's needed, but man, that's a lot.
Yeah, when I'm out in the community, I never know who I run into that has met me before. I know a lot of faces, and names are quickly coming back. And there's the one with the mom, and she had, at the time, her daughter was 1.5, almost 2. And she came up to me and said, I listened to what you said. And she's been with us for going on 15 years. And it's a lifetime, family that's happening. Once we come across someone that we helped, because we start before, during, and after in some cases, but the post care is the most important part. After you speak up, you're going into survivor mode, and then you get into post care. That's where it's a risk of people going back to their situation. So whatever we're doing voluntarily, and I know that there's a season of that, and we'll do that hands down. Also, the support needs to be reciprocated on that, because we're having people come back to us, to the resources that I sent people to, because we rely on resource networking. If you're wondering how we did it, we have over 36 certified locations across the world that we rely on. And the Purple Up has become somebody told me that y'all have becoming the compliance of all of that network. So that's what's launching, a network that ties everybody together, and accountability, and making sure that one doesn't get overlooked because of who they are, what they look like, or what they're not. They're probably single, they're probably a mom, they're probably a dad, they're probably whatever. We want every victim supported, and there, as they're going through the courts, having an advocate stand with them. And my message also extends to the abusers, because some people that are abusers, they're desensitized as a child, thinking this is how it's supposed to do. And I know Shay's tapping in on the male population, and coaching that and speaking up in that environment. So we're teaming up to let people know, if it's not that you're a man or woman, that you're an abuser or victim, it's a problem of domestic violence, and it does not discriminate. And so we are aggressively organizing and getting things structured to get things financially supported. Our volunteerism has been heroic and out of this world, and I cannot put my mind around all the costs. But when you look at that and say, if it was you, and if you knew you could get away, and most people don't know they can get away because they're scared of being homeless. Homelessness is a thing that happens to a victim immediately. And that's the number, well, besides not speaking up, that's the number 2 thing. They're figuring the outcome. What's going to happen if I do this? And especially if you got kids, and if you're by yourself, I say it's worse because you're alone. If you have kids, they're little reminders, and they know how to fight. I don't know. They know how kids know how to react when like something ain't right. My mama and my daddy, my mama, they're like, get the look. And this little girl had a look on her face as I was holding her, and her mom was running from her significant other because he was throwing water on her. But I just thought, if that was gasoline, what was he trying to do with water? And her daughter saw that, and she looked at me, look at my face. It's okay. We got our help. Help is coming. The cops are coming. You're with me. You're with Miss Veronica. And she started breathing like, okay, I could see her, and in that moment, that's why it's important to get awareness. What do you do when something is going and something has happened? And then you might see it in a child, you might see it in a workplace, and you know what happens? Workplace violence, is a thing that, ripples. So we're answering back by simply taking on the challenge, putting awareness out there, and see what we need to do case by case. We don't look at, what we got, because we don't. What do we need to get? What do we need to do? Now that we know, that's what we look at. And we're going in 100. And lunch and learns are becoming popular with businesses that want to educate their teams. And I think it's a healthy habit to do that. And anytime there's a community or business putting that conversation in a fun way, doing the challenge, don't drop the ball, lunch and learns are happening. And it's very significant. So I hope today you got a little bit more understanding what it looks like, and where you can just put action to purple it up.
That's amazing. Veronica, thank you so much for sharing that. What you do, your work that you do is just so beautiful and inspiring, and you are touching lives and making a true difference. And we are glad that we can play a small part in that every day. Shay and Amy and Jen and Venus and Mikhail, and of course, Veronica. Thank you guys so much for being here today. We had a full house. We had a lot of stuff going on. Please make sure you're checking out the link is in our chat. We've got the QR code up on the screen. We'll have all kinds of things in the show notes afterwards. And I want to make sure that we can put Shay's and Jen's information in there as well, so people can reach out to them in the future. Thank you guys for being here. We so appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us. Yeah.
Thank you for having us. And I know there's more news. I know some people are working on some new things and exciting things. So stay tuned next week. You can always come back. If we didn't get to it this week, we're going to be every Friday. That's the Don't Drop the Ball Challenge 100, providing hope. Purple it up. Thank you so much.
That's right, guys. Thanks so much. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks.
Remember, be good to yourself and be good to others. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Everyone.
Bye.